All right, welcome to Caveman Try, the SkewTube vlog where we show cavemen and a thought out and seen cavemen, where we show cavemen and things. Boy, let me try it.
Take two.
Wait, what?
Welcome to Blabrants, the show where we play recordings of broadcasters who are the subjects of government experiments. We're coming at you live from Skittle Up, Skittle Down alleys. I'm your man, host, and this is the man, the co-host, and producer. What up, producer?
What's up, host man?
Just thinking about that game. I just rolled a 125 in league play. You can believe that. Again.
Which is, I mean, a roll for you, right?
That's a bop. That's a bowl bop. That's a bowling alley bop, baby. That's the kind of score that I can come home and tell my 3 ex-wives about and be proud of it.
Now,
We're still living under the same house, if you can. This is the most I've ever disclosed about my personal life, but my therapist says it'll make me feel different.
that's good. I will say, even as your coworker and I'd like to think friend and confidant. I have a hard time keeping up because it's like head spinning. But as long as you're feeling good and healthy,
I'm not.
are you? Oh no! What is? Where are we at, host? What's going on?
Well, they all have me on their own special diet still, even though we're divorced. One wants me on Atkins, the other one wants me on Miami Beach. The next one wants me on the whatever Oprah's pushing.
So you got one that says you got to be on the no carbs, and you got one that says you can only have grains and stuff. So you're like, cool. Here's what you do. I got the solution. That's your bread.
And then keto, and then I got a keto wife.
Then you go to the wife that's like you're the vegetarian wife, and then this is when you get your lettuce and your cheese. And you go to the wife that's like, no, you got to be on caveman diet, and that's where you get your red meat. And then you actually go and you make a sandwich out of all 3 of the diets, and you're actually on a regular diet.
Here's the problem, my house. One roof of 3, we got 3 kitchens, and each ex-wife has their own kitchen, and they make me eat their food in front of them. So I can't combine, and they refuse to see each other.
Oh, well, but then the good news is at least you know in your head that you're just reverse eating a sandwich. You're making a sandwich in reverse.
Oh, it's like a... Okay. It's a deconstructed, slow-plated sandwich.
Yeah, it's a slow-plated, deconstructed sandwich.
Slow-plated. It's a time witch. A sandwich that takes time to build in your tummy.
It's a time-release sandwich. Yeah.
Time release is not just for medication anymore.
No.
I had a time release Neapolitan ice cream the other day. 45 minutes.
Time-release.
3 plates.
I assume it starts with vanilla.
Yep. Then we're going dark.
Then it takes you down to Chocolate Town.
Yeah, to Chocoville. Chocolate Town. What'd you say?
Chocolate Town. And then you got to take the train to Strawberry Junction.
Absolutely. And we're gonna bite and slurp and lick that on down, you know what I'm saying? Tres colores.
Tres cocinas.
Tres leches.
Tres leches. Tres hielos. Well,
Just 2 Spanish guys talking Spanish.
is Neapolitan ice cream your favorite kind of ice cream?
No, I'm an ice cream snob. I only do Dippin' Dots.
You only like
Space cream.
ice cream made out of...
Spaceballs. Mini space beads. One of the sponsors of tonight's show, we are brought to you by Dippin' Dots today. Just to remind you, producer, remember they're gonna do a commercial at the end?
Yep, I've been pretty excited about the Dippin' Dots commercial at the end. The world premiere of that Dippin' Dots commercial at the end of this thing.
It's a banger.
So put on the
Ed Hardy's in it.
put the countdown timer on now for Ed Hardy. in the commercial about Dippin' Dots. And you know, Dippin' Dots are sort of the candy of the future.
Yep.
And, you know, we deal with broadcasts on this show and different types of broadcasts, and radio and broadcasts and television and films.
Everything but the farm.
You know, there's also, of course, the future of broadcasting, which is what we're doing now. That's podcasting, and of course,
Yep.
the internet and video sites like Gimmeo and PooTube and Squitch and
Daily Potion.
Wine. And so today we're going to look at some of those broadcasters from the web and from those videos and broadcasts and audio broadcasts beyond your screen and your radio, and take a deep dive into the scroll zone of the interweb.
There's some niche weirdos out there, and we happen to apparently have some on tape. What's this one called? What's this epi?
It's called the PooTube Chronicles.
PooTube Chronicles. Let's get dirty. Roll them tapes, Deucer.
Chick click.
There are good rats. There are bad rats. But we blab rats.
Welcome to Burger Was the Case. I am your host, Judge Hammer. And this morning we are at the B. Arthur Memorial Woods and Bird Sanctuary. We are sure to see a rich variation of avian species out here today, but our main draw for us today is the many reports of nesting human parrots near the wetlands. So let's, without any further ado, let's meet today's esteemed guest, highly decorated Dr. Fuckstain. Dr. Fuckstain, it's great to see you today.
Thank you for having me on your esteemed PooTube channel. Thank you very much, Judge Hammer.
Yes, of course. I'm glad to have you here as we walk through the B. Arthur Memorial Woods, taking a look around and seeing what we can see. And boy, I hope we see a human parrot. Have you ever had the pleasure of seeing a human parrot there?
Yes, I have. I've actually operated on one before, in a very ethical gray area, and I'm not talking about gray parrots. Thank you. And yeah, so I have. I've seen one up close, and it seemed to be part of some kind of a government experiment gone wrong. And I saved it, but it attacked me and my whole crew, killed 2 nurses, and started dating a dental hygienist shortly thereafter. Yeah.
That's never a good sign.
Well, the dental hygienist was in the room when it happened. She was cleaning my teeth as I was performing surgery.
Yeah, I heard you're one of the busier bird surgeons.
I'm a busy guy. But today I have time for this.
To do some beautiful bird watching.
I lost my, my medical license shortly thereafter because of the gray area.
Speaking of gray area, what do we got over there? It looks like we've got a wet-breasted bimbo just over there by the shoreline.
Goodness. It's my first time seeing a wet-breasted bimbo, and I've got to say this is gorgeous, even without the binocs. I'm
I mean,
stunned.
you can see it from here, right? You don't even need the binoculars to see.
And we got to stay hard. I mean, stand still
Yep, stand stiff.
to not scare the
Wet-breasted bimbo,
wet-breasted bimbo.
I'm sure we'll see plenty of tits today out here. This is a real tit-heavy woods.
Look over there in that cranberry bush.
Oh, what do you see there?
It's a benippled canary. That's
a benippled canary. Oh my god!
It has. It's the only bird with nipples and actually gives milk to its younglings, as they call them. Oh, there's one hatching now.
Oh my god! Oh, it's already drinking.
Oh,
That
bird milk.
you just don't see that.
Generations have wondered what it tastes like.
This is my first bird. I'm gonna have to stay wondering, Doc. If you have a professional curiosity, I mean,
I'm not ready to lap it now, but
Well, maybe we'll take a lap.
bucket list.
Maybe we'll take a lap, and when we come back, you might be ready for a lap. Huh? What do you think of that?
Okay. Yeah,
right.
I work up a sweat. I might need some benippled canary milk.
Well, look at that. That's the. I mean, this is a rare bird, a mottled phallic bittern. It's the most phallic of the bitterns, and I mean, just look at it sitting right up there. You can't miss it.
Quite a knob. Quite a look of a knob.
Yeah,
Look at the bell end on that.
Yeah, veiny for a bird neck. You don't usually see many bird veins.
Yeah.
Now you were saying,
And it shits out its mouth.
Yeah, if it's got a cloacal beak, which is
Yeah.
really kind of nightmare everything hole.
Rarity. That and the South American turkey have that in common.
They basically just function kind of like a one-ended food processor where everything just goes in, gets blended up, and immediately shoots right back out.
Yep. Like a duck, they say? No. Like a phallic bittern.
The mottled phallic bittern with its veiny.
For big
Shaft.
fans of phallus and birds, check out the phallic bittern.
Now, Dr. Fuckstain,
Yes, sir.
Before you had all your many accolades stripped from you for this
Thank you.
gray surgery, why don't you tell the folks, the viewers here at home, what started your bird journey, your avian journey, as it were?
Well, when I was a baby, I was delivered by a bird onto my parents' doorstep, you see. I was not
Oh, I
a
thought-
biological heir to their middle-class fortune, but I did grow to like them. And so the pelican that dropped me off became a part of our family, an older brother, an uncle figure, a cousin if I needed one.
Oh, it was a pelican.
Yes, that dropped
Ooh.
me off at the door as a baby. And we both stayed.
Differing from the fabled crane.
Oh, is it crane? Sorry. Well, this pelican is way.
If you think about it, it's a much more convenient baby conveying bird than
A crane is so. That's like good. That's like putting a baby in a car without a seatbelt. Are you crazy?
Yeah, like a pelican has a bassinet for a face.
Yes. It's a baby's preferred place to sleep.
Yeah, I heard that Superman was flown to Earth in the mouth of a pelican. Or at least that's how I choose to interpret it when I'm reading my comics. Oh, look at that. There's a befuddled tit. Just flitting about there. The jizz on that bastard. I'll tell you, these birds, they just have such a zhuzh of life, when you see them flitting about. It's all
They
about, folks.
they have a real joie de vivre. The avion.
Absolutely. Now, so, what's the coolest bird you ever saw?
Well, I know I've seen a couple, but maybe the one that made the biggest impression was the black and white spurnback. Spurnback jay.
One of the I've yet to see it. One of the the most sought after jay, I would think. I don't think
The
anyone's going to argue
only
with me on
bird in
that.
the world that chooses to make friends with worms instead of eat them, and it is. I mean, when you see the bird and the worm bond,
Well,
there's nothing like it in nature.
That is it's as if it is as if they turned nature on its end. And it has befuddled scientists for years.
Until they recently discovered that there's a parasite that the worm transmits to the bird, and then the worm's brain takes over the
Wormoplasmosis.
bird brain, and it's wormoplasmosis.
Oh my gosh! And then you have. I understand you're going to be on Rogan next week talking about.
Yep.
Wormoplasmosis. That's very exciting for you.
I did him 2 weeks ago. He invited me back because we just didn't have enough time.
Yeah, you just were too busy talking about wrestling. Oh my goodness. Look, I'll say my top get was
Yeah.
an apple bottom
Yeah.
grouse. Yeah,
Oh.
an apple bottom grouse. With the beak with the fur.
Wish list.
Yeah, and I'll just say, and everyone was looking at her. I'll tell you, they got their eyes on her, and that's one grouse you're not going to want to miss if you get a chance. If you're in the lowlands of Oklatucky, you are going to want to get out to the prairies, and around twilight, get ready for that apple bottom grouse. You know.
I do have to say, the silicone-breasted oriole is a sight to behold.
Yeah. Most commonly found in Vegas, Miami, Los Angeles, San Diego, those types of places.
Not the only desert oriole, but the only desert oriole that isn't also by water.
Correct. Yeah, the only dry dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
Dry
I'll tell
dock.
ya.
They're a dry
Now-
dock bird.
Now, human parrots. There's been a lot of conjecture about the origin of the human parrot. You've operated on this human parrot.
Yes.
Why was the parrot brought in for surgery?
It had been shot 7 times. Listening to a 50 Cent song.
Life imitating art again. It's a shame.
Like a parrot.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I mean, if that's not poetic justice, what is? So, the debate has been for years. Is the human parrot man-made in a lab, or did the human parrot just occur out in nature and it happened to be a next step in evolution? What do you having performed on the human parrot, do you have any?
Oh, well, I don't know. All I could see was a beautiful meld of bird and human bone. The inside of the human bones were a bird bone with the hollow bone inset.
Interesting.
I've never seen anything like it.
So a hollowed out bone hiding another hollowed out bone.
Yes, a secret hollowed out bird bone.
Interesting. So not untrustworthy down to their skeleton is what it sounds like.
Well, but consider the feathers.
Yes?
Have you ever seen feathers like that grow out of human bone?
No, certainly not.
That's how we discovered it.
Interesting.
That and the bullet, which had a calling card on it.
What did it say?
XXX. Vin Diesel's calling card.
Oh no, triple X?
So I had to page him. It was his parrot.
Why do you think you wanted to kill the parrot? Did the parrot say before it got away, or did it just...
He'd won it in the will after Paul Walker's death.
This was a Paul Walker parrot.
Yes.
What did it know?
Everything. That's why he tried to have it murdered by himself.
Oh, look over there. There's a deep-throated swallow.
Oh my god, that's gorgeous.
Listen, okay, so hold on. You're telling me this wrinkle just got much deeper. You're telling me Peewalks had a human parrot.
Correct.
But this parrot has had a life. So he croaks,
Yes.
and Mark Vin Diesel Sinclair inherits this bird and then kills it. Well, I think there's something.
Tries to have him killed. It's not dead. I fear we're about to see it.
Well, that's the thing I wanted to ask.
Look, a feather.
Regardless of whether or not, yeah, we are getting close to the wetlands, so we should be keeping our minds and feet about us.
Oh, look at that. An erect penis crane.
Oh my god, that is one of the more startling cranes. And you know, I always
People
get it.
say it has hoofed feet, but it's just a dick-headed foot.
Yeah, it's just a thick foot. And over there we got a fat-chested bug biter, and one of the fatter-chested birds, somewhat defying flight logic. Isn't that not correct that this particular bird stumps aeronautics specialists?
That is true. NASA is trying to has captured 100 of these birds and is running trials on them as we speak. All sorts of tests, and they're trying to develop some kind of rocket ship or some kind of nuclear weapon with the same capabilities as this wonderful, marvelous, and puzzling bird.
The fat-chested bird. Just birds again. I mean, this is why they're my favorite. They're a part of everything. They're a part of war science. It is incredible. Now, let me ask you.
Science.
Let me ask you about the human parrots.
Yes.
They like to build nests in the wetland, correct?
Yes, they love that shit.
Okay.
Them and them Crocs.
They like
I'm
the
not
cover
talking
of
about
Crocs.
the shoe I'm wearing right now.
So they like to build their nests.
I may be disbarred, but I'm still a doctor on feet.
You wear Doc Martens because you're a doctor?
No, I wear Crocs because I'm a doctor.
You're not a croctor. You're a doctor, but you still wear Crocs.
Correct.
I get it.
Dr. Crocs.
Do Crocs protect your feet from crocodiles?
Not that I'm aware of, but alligators, yes.
Well, good, because we're in North America, and obviously this is alligator country, and so I'm glad you're protected.
We're in North America.
Yeah, you're
According to whom?
map makers. Now, this is nesting season currently for the human parrots, correct?
Yes.
I think we got a huge cockaded rump dumper over there.
My.
Cockaded, of course, being one of the sillier birds.
Auga. I mean,
Yeah,
isn't that what you're supposed to say when you see one?
That's sort of their call.
Auga.
Ooga. They inspired some of the best Foley sound artists of the cartoon era of the 30s. Little known fact. Now, true or not true, the mothers of human parrots are one of the most notoriously protective and dangerous bird species around, correct?
That's correct. The mother and the stepfather, a human parrot, are two of the most territorial parents in all of nature. So we are going to keep a safe distance. We do not want to find the mother coming home from foraging, finding food for the baby chicks and having us lurking around her new chicks this time of day. But
All right, okay.
still, we will keep to the edge of the rookery as we continue. Oh yes, look at that. Have you ever seen a baby human parrot?
Now, you're telling me, so this is what I wanted to ask. There's quite a few nests out here in this rookery. We don't
Yes.
see any human parrots that I could tell yet. We're trying to get a look in these nests. So originally there was one human parrot, gets shot by Vin Diesel, escapes
Yes.
from this surgery after you heal it.
Yes.
Now,
And attacks my staff.
your staff, how many human parrots, what size do we think the population has grown to?
I'd have to find how many nests there are for sure, but knowing the gestational period of a parrot and the gestational period of a human, splitting the difference, carry the egg. I would say there's up to 10,000 human parrots
Unbelievable.
if we're not careful in the next 3 months.
So this is potentially a serious situation.
This would be
If these get out of control.
if they can do that in 3 months, then in 3 years they would have 20 quintillion human parrots.
Oh man! Hey, look over there. I think it
What?
is it's a well-shafted tickler. One of the most heavily
Influence
shafted of the ticklers.
of the ticklers. Oh,
a relatively shafted bird family.
Some people confuse them with what's called a scrotum robin, but they're very different. If you take a look at their feathers, they don't look quite as wrinkly and
Yeah, the tickler's less wrinkly.
they're not as unkempt. So
Now, I heard you once were out on the Galapagos Islands and saw not a blue-footed booby, but a big honkin' booby. Now,
that's actually not true. I saw a big honkin' bikini booby, and
it was a yellow polka dot bikini booby.
it was not a yellow polka dot. It was a pink polka dot, and I was there with two colleagues, and we were the only people to see it on all of the Galapagos. And we came back to the mainland, and we just bragged to everybody, and we rubbed it in everyone's faces, and it was a delightful time. They said you couldn't see it, and I bet that someone $1 million, and they still owe me that.
Well, I'm going to say it right here and right now. My listeners and followers, help him get that $1 million.
GoFundMe.
Yeah, let's go fund him.
That's with the PH.
Well, it's not. It should make them go fund you. Is what we want to make the person who owes you fund you, not these people.
Make me go fund you.
Yeah, make them go fund him is the account we're going to set up, and we're going to make this jerk who dared you $1 million to pay up your bet.
It's actually Abraham Lincoln the fifth, if you could believe that.
Yeah, that guy's line really deteriorated quick.
I saw his ID.
The Todd blood was strong in his kids, and the Todds are shitty. ODD.
I don't know. She was a champion wrestler.
They do not talk about her wrestling
Enough.
prowess.
It's
enough,
sexist.
No. I'm hoping that they'll change some of the bird names that were named after bad guys to being named after her and her wrestling moves.
The Mary Todd psychosis.
Yep. The Mary Todd butterfly hold. Now, hey, check out up there. Now, this is a common one, right? Everyone thinks. Now,
wow.
you think that's a cockatoo? It's not a cockatoo. It's a cocker 3.
It's a dick fowl, isn't it? The subspecies dick fowl.
It's one of the more common dick fowl in this area, and people always think it's a cockatoo, but it's a cocker 3. And then right there by it, they always come in pairs. There's a rough-faced shag, and the rough-faced shag is one of the roughest-faced shags you're ever gonna see.
Oh, look! It's a 69er bird.
Oh my god, I love these ones. They fly in such a pattern.
They do.
It's like a 69. There's no better word for it.
69er bird.
Yep. The first bird. What was the first cool bird you saw?
Probably a Cool Ranch warbler. A Doritos warbler.
A Cool Ranch Doritos warbler. That would get any young person into birding, I think.
And literally next to a Mountain Dew Code Red J. Again. Mountain Dew Code Red woodpecker.
That is... I heard it pecks so fast. One of my first cool ones... I saw a husky cock thrust on the same day as I saw a hefty chested nut warbler, and I just thought, there's a variety of amazing birds out there in this
Shiver
world.
me timbers.
Now it looks like even these nests are pretty empty. I'm not even seeing young.
Do you see that goo?
Yeah. Is that are they out maybe learning to hunt?
I'm gonna dip my hand in it and smell it. If it's warm, she's been close.
Okay.
It's warm and stinky.
Now, I heard no one knows much about the diet of the human parrot, and that anytime anyone's gotten close enough to study them, that they've mysteriously disappeared and their binoculars were found amongst a bunch of blood, feathers, and dandruff. Now, Is that a coincidence? What do you think?
Here's what we know. It doesn't need blood, feathers, or dandruff. Or binocs.
So you'd think we would be safe because we've got these binoculars, and I've got a lot of dandruff.
No. Are you a human binoculars?
I mean, in a sense, I too have these two ocular holes that magnify through, I guess, a lens and a shuttery kind of thing. So yeah, I think I am a human binocular in that sense.
We should be wearing bear suits.
Oh shit! We're pretty far into
Is
these
it right?
wetlands to not be wearing bear suits.
Yes, and the... Where's our Duber? Isn't our Duber supposed to be here soon?
Yeah, he said he got hit a bunch of albatrosses and he got a real bad skin burn and then crashed and burned, and so he's held up.
We're in the only wetland area with a dune in sight.
Yeah, the Dune Swamps lands.
The Dooney Swamps.
Of New Mexico.
Trichomanosis.
Oh, that's the kind of swamp it is. It's a trichomanosis swamp.
It's an Old Testament swamp.
Listen,
Fuck, these squawking birds. Look at this. They're so cute at that age. Look at them. They're drinking little milk out of their cracked eggs.
Dr. Fuckstain, I
Your
think we might
cracked
want
egg
to see if there's an exit. Is there an exit strategy here, maybe, you think?
Do you got reception, bro?
I do not.
What about our fan boat? I don't like what I'm hearing. I do not like Fuckstain.
Oh no, Fuckstain, these birds
Hey,
are all over me.
right.
I'm gonna eat you.
Squawk, I'm gonna eat you. Squawk, I'm gonna eat you.
Fuckstain.
Squawk, I'm
Oh
gonna eat
no. Whoa, no.
you. Squawk, Fuckstain, I remember you. Squawk, I'm gonna eat you.
So, I saved you.
Squawk, I begged you. Did I get a squawk? My kids will feed on you.
What?
Squawk.
No. I was gonna ask her out, and then you started banging her, and now she's fucked a parrot.
Squawk, I have her. These are her baby Squawk eating your friend Squawk.
Oh my god.
Total lifeless, though. I saw tons of human parrots before I died.
No. No.
Well, those guys died from birds.
They dead. Caveman tries. Caveman tries. Caveman tries.
Welcome to Caveman Try, the SkewTube vlog where we show cavemen things and see how these cavemen react. Today we are sponsored by Dolo Stove, the only smokeless stove made specifically for the streets. Dolo Stove, because the block is hot enough without all that smoke. Today I'm here with a couple of Encino men from the Pauly Shore Aston era,
Unga Bunga Man.
with Unga Bunga Man and Scrinkle. Jackson. Scrinkle Jackson. All right, with Scrinkle Jackson and Unga Bunga Man. I will remind you, these are cavemen who were thought out recently.
Unga.
So let's, without any further ado, Unga Bunga and Scrinkle Jackson.
Unga Bunga Man.
Let's start showing you some stuff. The first thing is a leopard print Snuggie.
Unga Bunga. Unga.
This remind me, I have this back in Encino times.
Unga Bunga, yeah.
Encino Man times, I have this. I have stripe kind. Do you have this same pattern kind? I have stripe kind, not polka dot kind.
Unga Bunga had star stripes kind. Unga.
Oh, rare.
Unga Bunga.
Okay, we've got a next we have a wooden baseball bat. Oh,
I know.
I know this.
Big stick for fire start.
This remind me first date.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, club. Going to club.
Yep.
Unga.
Yep.
The Unga Bunga Club.
Cave Club.
Cave Club. Oh.
And
Cavern.
the next thing here is an aluminum bat. Oh, this
Whoa.
nice.
Pop.
Think of how many dates.
Stop off really. Pop off that.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. Unga Bunga. Like.
All right. And the next thing we have here is a house cat. Oh, these
Unga.
they make these much bigger when we
Oh.
were growing up. Yeah.
Look at that. It's like a, yeah.
I'd not even be able to
It's
wear
like
its
a
skin.
little insect cat, Unga.
Yeah.
It's like a bug cat, squish cat. I could probably pet a cat like this, Unga. I need an Unga Bunga therapy cat.
Therapy cat. Yeah, you're going through a lot. Being thought out millennia after you existed is hard.
Unga Bunga knows 9 lives. Unga Bunga thinks can't relate, Unga.
Yep. Scrinkle agree. All right, and that brings us to our saber-toothed tiger story break. Yeah, I think it would be a good idea to have time to sit and reflect on saber-toothed tiger story of our life.
Unga Bunga culture, saber-tooth tiger important, Unga, no. Big Fang, look cool, like 2 knives.
necklace. Yeah, like necklace to wear, but
Yeah, 2 knives, necklace.
their face, they bite you with them. And so we,
Unga Bunga, oh no.
it's like,
No,
Love hate.
never seen Unga Bunga, never seen one. Hey, you seen one, Unga Bunga, one
a saber-tooth, one chased me.
Oh,
And I'm walking by neighbor cave,
okay.
and it run out from behind their cave,
Behind the cave, Unga.
kind of behind
In the cave.
the hill. If you want to think about it, but the other side of the hill is behind the cave, and it run around the hill.
Which cave? Are you talking about our cave?
No, Craig cave.
Craig cave.
Me think Craig set me up with Sabretooth is what I tried to allude to.
Sabertooth Craig?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Sabertooth Craig set you up.
Yep. I mean.
Whoa.
All right.
So, where's Craig? Unga.
He dead in olden times. We thought out now. He gone. Just before. We get last laugh.
I wish he thought out so we could use aluminum bat on him.
Hey, YouTube guys, you worked that out. You thought a guy for next episode.
So can you find
okay.
DNA a clone and
Maybe
freeze
see-
and then and then we'll beat him on YouTube.
Yeah, then we kill him. He already did it, not murder.
Bring the life.
All right, and the next
To
thing we're
murder
gonna
him.
the next thing we're gonna show the cavemen here is in this movie, Life of Pi. Oh boy,
Oh.
is this how Craig meet his saber-toothed Craigs? I mean, he get in
Yeah,
boat with
you know what I'm
Sabretooth?
thinking?
Yeah,
Way better with Sabertooth Tiger.
yeah, much better movie with saber-toothed tiger. I agree.
Maybe just because we were talking about it, but I think I see Tiger. I'm like, where's the saber tooth?
Regular tigers, it not phallic enough. Regular tiger not phallic enough. Understand why they call them pussy now, but
Big pussy.
when
Yoga.
we have tigers, they do not look. They look double dildo face. All right, and following up the episode of A Life of Pi, we have an episode of Magnum PI. Now I can tell you, this man.
I know he looked
caveman.
like our friend
He looked
from back in the cave.
Yes.
He looked like
Crom. Crom. Oh,
Chiplock.
I was thinking he looked like Crom Seller.
Crom. Yeah, no, he looks like Crom.
And
Crom. He definitely does. He look like Crom.
yeah, he looked so much like
He
Crom.
look like Crom, but he acts like Chumbawamba.
Yeah, he doesn't act like Chumbawamba. And he have a caveman mustache. I look at this acting man and can tell he mostly caveman.
He caveman. He's caveman Tom.
All right, next we're going to show these guys a Magnum revolver. Oh,
Oh, Unga
You
Bunga,
guys-
what?
you
Unga
guys love
Bunga,
these
Oh
things.
no.
Not interested.
I
right,
never touched one. What is the big what's the bang thing do? How do
Don't
I do
touch
the
this
bang
stuff.
bang?
We'll keep this for later. It will probably be important. And next we have a Velvet Revolver album.
Oh, this is I put this on. I know this one. My host family, this is one of my favorite the host family album.
This guy sing like caveman style. All 90s singers sing like caveman style. All right. And then the next thing we're going to show these guys here is a Velvet Elvis.
Unga
This
Bunga,
classy.
no caveman. No caveman. Cool look, no caveman.
No, he not cave person.
He probably from the plateau, or maybe just the plat. Maybe
Plains,
he's the bayou guy. Maybe
Plains-
it kind of looks
Plains
like
trash.
a bayou guy.
Bayou guy maybe plains trash. Crossbreed.
Yeah, maybe he had twin. Look like he had twin.
Oh, probably 8 twin. Greed.
Oh, pre-8 twin.
Yeah, out of greed.
Oh, twin size hole in stomach dies
In heart. Yeah.
from Dr. Nick.
Yep, Dr. Nick. You cannot always trust Doctor. All right, and that brings us to our pterodactyl story break. You ever see pterodactyl?
No. I saw a bone once, and the elder was like, oh, look at this pterodactyl bone. And I was like, how do you know a pterodactyl bone? He's like, look, it's got a bone in a bone. Pterodactyl bone. Bunga bunga bone.
Hollow bone inside hollow bone. That how you know pterodactyl.
Double hollow bone, bunga bunga bone.
I hear them very territorial, so we always stay away from swamps where pterodactyl live.
Yeah, and they also do nests of human bone,
Yes.
of caveman bone.
Cave
bone.
Yeah, cave Encino Man
Caveman
bone.
bone.
Yes.
Cave
Encino Man's bones.
Cave person bone.
Cave people bone. All right. Lovely pterodactyl story break, guys. Next thing we're going to show you guys is a bottle of expensive champagne.
I'm getting comfy. Uncle Booger comfortable now. Uncle Booger, get it. Oh wow. This is I do not.
This
Uncle
stuff-
Booger, no. Uncle Booger,
Tastes-
no.
Yucky. It tickle nose.
Yep, make me go sneeze. Oh.
All right, and the next thing here we have is mac and cheese breakfast tacos from Bacon Nation.
Oh, this look caveman Unga Bunga, a partner. Oh, would love this.
Yeah, this
Don't you like it?
I do think this delicious. It tastes like America.
Oh yeah, Unga. I thought out of this is frozen like we were, you know. Unga Bunga relay.
Me pledge allegiance to Bacon Nation.
When Unga Bunga Bacon Nation under God.
Indivisible by breakfast tacos and mac and cheese.
For caveman and all, Unga.
The next thing to show these guys is some bark.
Unga Bunga thought feel funny, like kind of like old Triceratops skin, leather, old Triceratops leather.
Yeah.
The Unga Bunga, what you think?
Yeah, this stuff all over trees from where from. I same
Oh,
as
yeah.
before. No
You
different.
remember that?
Still the same.
No different.
Make you feel like home.
sticky like honeybee.
Which brings us
Honey.
It brings us to our next thing we're going to give you, which is peppermint bark.
Dinosaur
See-
honeybees. How are their flowers without honeybees?
They were pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl pollinators.
See,
New
all
band name.
the feathers of all the feathers on the dinosaurs collected. I will say peppermint bark much better
Oh yeah.
than regular bark.
A hummingbird.
Hummingbird, yes. Prehistoric hummingbird pterodactyl.
Prehistoric hummingbird pterodactyl. Unga Bunga ate lots of those. Unga Bunga wanted to say yes to peppermint bark, but can we try these barks?
Oh, we have barks. Bark has bites.
What this? Looks like shiny mirror can.
Barks Barks root beer. To chase
Ooh,
down
this
peppermint bark.
root beer sucks. Ooga booga, no
This-
like. A&W all the way.
Me need artisanal root beer from local Chicago guy. I read about online.
Oh yeah, Unga Booga wants to know what's on draft anyway.
I want vanilla root beer.
I like the caveman root beer.
Me want
Cave
ginger
beer.
beer. Only in fall.
Ooh. Unga Booga.
All right.
Booga. Ooh.
Now the next thing
Booga, booga.
we're going to show you guys is the movie Jurassic Park. This- This is not cool, man.
It's like real life.
You cannot do this. Don't joke
It's
even
like
about
what it was.
this.
Just kidding. Unga Booga.
Don't even
No.
joke about this. You finally get us away from these things. And spoiler, we were around. You don't know nothing. We were there. And we don't think it's funny to joke even about this horror
Nuh-uh.
movie. Scariest
Never
movie
was.
ever. The worst scary movie of scary movies, Steven Spielberg. Unbelievable.
Caveman got holocausted by dinosaurs.
Yeah, caveman triggered.
Caveman, sad, scared, and alone. Thaw me down.
All right, and then we're gonna introduce you guys to a firefighter.
Oh, Unga Bunga, no.
Whoa. Why you want to fight fire? It take forever figure out how to make it. You try to get rid of it? I don't like you. We don't want to talk firefighter.
Maybe
We
he
insulted by
fight
him.
to keep fire. For fire. Maybe he fight for fire.
Oh, does he fight for fire? Is he a pro fire guy? No, he does not fight for fire. No, then we do not want to talk.
No, out.
No firefighter.
Unga Bunga allergic.
And then we're gonna have we've got a backyard fire pit salesman.
Unga, whoa, yeah.
Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Steve, and I'm here representing the Dolo Stove, the only smokeless stove made for the streets. Dolo Stove, because the block is hot enough already. Heat up your marshmallow without heating up your beef with a Dolo Stove. Now, we don't fight fires at Dolo Stove.
No, what?
We help
No.
you keep your fires going. Now, what can I say? Can I
Oh.
sign you guys up for a couple of Dolo Stoves for your caves?
Oh.
Me,
No
kind of
fire? Fire? No fire.
fire. There will be fire in it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Me kind of have one already. I kind of do that.
Pro bono?
I kind of do original Dolo Stove. No big deal. You kind of copy me. But no, I don't need it.
A homegrown Dolo stove. I've armed the table, Dolo.
It's brick and mortar. It's just brick and mortar is what my Dolo Stove is. It kind of original brick and mortar before they have name for it. All right, and then finally we're going to introduce you guys to a Match.com rep, and this is a guy from the brick and mortar store of Match.com, which of course sells all the matches you could ever want. Oh, what? Explain
Did I
this.
have one?
Explain to me
Please,
this.
sir. Unga want.
Explain to me
Unga
what this match is.
Well, if you strike this special little piece, see the end of this wood here, how it looks special and
Yeah,
different.
it do not look wood.
Well, that's because it's just a little piece of wood, and that part there's a little piece of wood under it, like a little hollow bone.
Oh,
And
yeah.
on top of this is a little It's called the Strike Top, and we're gonna just take that against something. Here, give me your beer. Come here, give me that scruff. I'm just gonna strike this
Scruff it up.
quick on your face, and look at that there, and look at that.
Ooh.
No
You've been
sun,
at-
no sun involved.
Yo, YouTube guys, you have me thaw out for how long, and you just now tell me there's a way of making fire that does not take a week? Give me more match.
I don't. Yes, here's one. Here's one. You can use it at your leisure.
Look how quick everything catch fire. This amazing. Oonga boonga, you try these too. That velvet Elvis catch fire so quick, as well as leopard print snuggie and wooden baseball bats. Somehow Life of Pi DVD not melt at all. It's indestructible.
Boonga Boonga says something special about that movie.
Yeah, me think so too. Hey, I cough it much. I feel like I need to cough a ton. How about you?
I feel like I maybe am inhaling all the smoke from the fire.
These broadcasters have no memories of the words they read. Damn. Diggity damn. Welcome back to Blab Rats. What the propagantastic.
What's good for the goose is good for the propaganda. Am I right?
Oh,
bird
God damn
talk
ya.
and bird stuff and
Bird down. What do you think that bird one was really trying to say?
yeah, I think what they were saying is that like you just gotta live every day for the now.
That is part of what I took away from it. But also, what did you find it to be like subliminal messaging about like making you horny?
Yeah, I'm just gonna come right out and say it is that it feels as if like the people who
felt-
name birds
Yeah.
are a sexually repressed group.
Yeah. Are they incels?
Well, listen to
The
this.
original incels?
Here's what gears are clicking in my head.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the birds that aren't named something like woodcock or bush tit or whatever have
Sure.
names that are like named after somebody, and it turns out a lot of these somebodies are like slave owners and bad guys. So I'm like,
Church and
wait a
bird
minute,
sound.
maybe it's that all bird names are meant to be offensive, and so that's why they're like cock and tit and slave owner names, because those are all offensive things, and that's the unifying thread in bird names. Well, I'll tell you, it has me reinvigorated to check out the bird world, and
Yeah.
really interested to look into some of the people who name these birds,
Yeah.
where they came from, where they got their ideas from, what they're all about.
There is a taxonomy museum not 3 miles from here right now with a special bird exhibit that we should go check out. Now that I am a little more interested in birds, I mean, let's go see some
Let's do it. Where
at the taxonomy museum with the bird
and they're in a place where
in the bird wing.
we don't have to try that hard to see them. Because I don't want to have to watch
Yeah.
for a long time.
I've
don't
got
have
the
any
show. I
patience
got my
for that.
bowling league. I got the situation at home with my 3 ex-wives right now. I can't take on
Who has
the
time
patience
to
of
bird
birding.
watch? But if you have a bunch of dead ones that are taxonomized,
Sure.
I assume that
And like on my schedule, yes, I
Yeah.
would love to see a dead eastern bluebird. On
Yeah.
my schedule, yes, I want to see a wet-titted thong mouse.
yeah, yeah, you
A
know,
thongback warbler.
yeah, like a big thighed thickum, like yeah, on my time.
Yeah. And I want to say that today we are sponsored by the local taxonomy museum, bringing you dead birds in their bird wing and dead raccoons, foxes, and other opossums.
And as promised, we will be giving you a Dippin' Dots commercial, and this is it. The Taxonomy Museum is now sponsored by Dippin' Dots. and they are sponsoring this episode. And every 1,000th visitor will get a chance to find the special stuffed bird full of Dippin' Dots.
And if you find that bird, if you don't find that bird, keep looking because there's one with a ticket, a golden ticket that could send you to space camp, courtesy of Dippin' Dots.
The candy of the future.
In space. Also brought to you by prescription brand Snarf. For all your olfactory needs, ask your doctor about Snarf brand prescription cocaine today.
Also brought to you by the Random Piles of Stuff Yard below the Indiana 912 on-ramp in the neo-futuristic industrial sludge region of Indiana. Need some dirt? We got a pile of it. How about assorted bricks and pieces of cinder block? Got it. A piece of the building that used to be on this property? Sure. How about a piece of a building from a different property? Check. Wood? Got a pile. Lighter colored dirt? Got a pile. Stones? Pile. Rocks? Pile. Pebbles? Pile. You guessed it. Pile. Secret ooze? We got a pile. Pipes and crap? Pile. Darker colored dirt? Pile. We got more kinds of random piles of crap and just parts of things sitting out under a giant overpass between a sea of smokestacks, gas silos, and power lines and about anyone else around. If you're looking for sort of just nebulous piles of random shit, sorted uncovered outside in a high pollution area under a highway in a 4-season climate, you've come to the right place. Because we are the #1 supplier of random piles of shit in the Gangsta Gibbs belt. The Random Piles of Stuff Yard across from the truck emptiness lot. Stop by today.
Damn, look at all those piles. That's so damn sexy.
Oh, piles.
Oh, look at all those fucking piles, babe. Also brought to you by the new movie The Umpire's Daughter, starring Jodie Foster as the umpire and Mary-Kate Olsen as the umpire's daughter. When life or death really comes down to balls and strikes, will this family drama thriller be a home run at the box office? Only you can decide. Go see it today. That's The Umpire's Daughter.
This episode also sponsored by Shelvis Presley's Shells, the king of shells. Come on down now, and shop all of our different varieties of shells. We've got shells filled with shells at Shelvis Presley Shells.
100%, a proud 100% stepdad-owned business.
A proud 100% stepdad-owned business.
Well, do we have anything? What reflections on the episode before we get out of here and head on over to Putt Putt?
Yeah, my big takeaway is I'm going to be looking at birds with a whole new set of eyes. Auga eyes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe,
Remind me not to take my Viagra before we go birding, is all I'm saying.
and fire safety. Fire safety, keep that in mind. It's one of our earliest episodes reminded us about fire safety, and here we are again, being reminded by these Encino men.
All right, well, on behalf of producer and host,
Blah, 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 blah.
blah,
Bow,
blah,
bow,
blah,
bow,
blah, 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 blah.